All right, welcome back, Chiefs Kingdom, to the KC Sports Report. As always, I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down the Week 13 matchup between the Denver Broncos and your Kansas City Chiefs. Final score from Arrowhead Stadium, Broncos 16, Chiefs 22. The Kansas City Chiefs win a close game at Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday Night Football to advance to 11-1 on the season. With this win, the Chiefs do clinch a playoff berth, which is great news, but the Chiefs did not play well tonight, and that's pretty evident. The only bright spot was Patrick Mahomes throwing for 318 and one touchdown, and that one touchdown went to Travis Kelce, who just set an NFL record for 5 consecutive seasons with at least 1,000 catching yards, which is good. You know, you love to see it. I think that Travis Kelce is by far and away the best tight end in the game, but it just wasn't enough tonight. And, I don't really understand why. The Chiefs were playing on primetime tonight, and I thought that they would absolutely destroy a mediocre Broncos team, but it just didn't happen. And, I think that part of the reason that the Chiefs struggled so much is they could move the ball, except for they couldn't get in the red zone. And, Tyreek Hill was able to have a crazy play. Patrick Mahomes dropped back in the pocket, chucked it way down the field. Tyreek Hill, it went off of his hands and then it hit his helmet, and then he came down with the ball. He actually caught the ball, but even he didn't even realize that he caught it. So, in hindsight, we saw that he actually did come down with the ball and it didn't hit the ground, but Andy Reid and Tyreek Hill both thought that he did not catch it, and it costed the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes a touchdown pass, which, could have blown the game open, but oh well. I guess you got to move on, but the Chiefs had a lot of those plays all night because later on in the game, almost the same thing happened. Nick Allegretti got called for a holding call, and Patrick Mahomes threw a bomb down the field to Tyreek Hill. He caught it and proceeded to backflip into the end zone, but it got negated by that holding penalty. So the Chiefs really just killed themselves. On offense, defense with the penalties, Mike Remmers, the right tackle, got burned all night long. Bradley Chubb just ate this man alive, which is just, it's not good to see. So we're missing Mitchell Schwartz, but there's really no timetable on when he's coming back. But, the defense was not very good at stopping and limiting the yards, but for whatever reason, when it came time to clutch up in the red zone, they did the job. Somehow they stepped up and they did the job. I want to give props to Tyrann Mathieu. He had a big stop, I believe, towards the end of the first half, which pushed that field goal back too far for Brandon McManus to make. But the Chiefs' defense was not very good at limiting the yards because, Drew Lock, for as bad as he's been this year, he didn't look that bad. He threw 2 interceptions, both of which were to Tyrann Mathieu. The first one was on the first possession of the game, and then obviously the last one was by Tyrann Mathieu to seal the game. So he did throw 2 interceptions, but besides that, he looked pretty good, and that was something that kind of surprised me. And again, dude, the Chiefs had no pass rush. I don't know what's the problem with Frank Clark. I don't know what's up with Chris Jones. They can't get pressure. For whatever reason, they just get manhandled by all the offensive linemen, and that's a big problem because they would run those bootlegs. They'd have Drew Lock just get outside the pocket on those bootlegs, and that was what would kill us. And we couldn't stop that. But ultimately, if I had to blame one facet of the game in this win, it would be the offense, because the offense came up short too many times. When you're in the red zone with Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins, and Mecole Hardman, I'm expecting you to score. And, I don't want to sound like a salty Chiefs fan. I get it. A win's a win. But at the end of the day, for a team that has Super Bowl aspirations, we got to expect more. And I don't think that any Chiefs fan is coming out of this game saying, you know what? We played fantastic football, and I'm optimistic. Don't get me wrong. There was positives in this game, but they're few and far between. In my opinion, there's more negatives in this game than positives. But a win's a win in the NFL. It's very difficult nonetheless. And I'm going to take it as a win. Again, the Chiefs are 11-1. They clinched a playoff berth, which is just huge. And next week, if they win, I believe that they can wrap up the division, which is fantastic news. And that would be the Chiefs' 5th straight AFC West title. So It's not easy. This was a divisional game. Divisional games are never easy, but I would have liked to see the Chiefs play a little bit better. And maybe I'm crazy. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I expected more. I really did. I think that there were moments in this game that were very positive, but the Chiefs got very, very, very much gassed through Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay. And, there were some plays that the Chiefs would rise to the occasion and stop the run, but other times I would just see Melvin Gordon get massive chunks of yardage. I mean, there were times where we would stop him at the line of scrimmage, and there were also times where he gets 64. So the Chiefs have got to find a way to make sure that we don't give up those chunk plays, because I get it. We're a bend but don't break defense, but on nights when your offense isn't going to bail you out, which is exactly what we saw tonight, the defense has to step up. And I guess they did for the most part, but there were still a lot of things that we can improve on. I need to see the penalties go away. I mean, we just played undisciplined football. It's just that simple. Patrick Mahomes made some great plays tonight, but it got negated by holding calls. It got negated by offsides. I mean, it was bad. So the Chiefs have got to go back to the drawing board and play good, clean football for 60 minutes. And that's not that hard to ask. But again, I mean, we got to figure out the offensive line. Denver's pass rush was very good tonight. And he had Mahomes escaping the pocket and running for his life all night. And they did stuff on the defensive side of the ball that we just didn't. Don't get me wrong, that's a good defense, but when you got the best offense in the NFL with Patrick Mahomes, who is the MVP, you should expect more. But you know what? I'm going to keep my head high. I mean, a win in the National Football League is not easy, and to be 11-1 is a great feeling. It's a great feeling. So take every game as a win, even if it's not a great game. The Chiefs did not play a good game tonight, and I think that they know that, and they know they got to get better. Because this team, I mean, you guys might say that I'm judging this team too harshly in the comments, but this team has set the bar so high. Patrick Mahomes and this offense have made the bar extremely high, and this Chiefs team overall has set their sights on winning another championship. And that's why I grade this team and criticize this team like we're trying to win a championship. That would have been a great win if we were a wild card team. But guess what? We're not. We're the defending and reigning Super Bowl champions that are trying to repeat. And playing like that in the playoffs is just not going to cut it. It's not. But I think part of the reason that the Chiefs came out flat today is there were a couple COVID scares last night at like 3:30 in the morning. Players had to get woken up, tested again, and they all came back false positives. So if that was a chance to get the Chiefs off balance, it might have worked, because the Chiefs might have had like 5 to 7 players miss the game if it weren't for false positives coming back later in the day. So, it's a good thing the Chiefs were able to escape this game with the win. But again, they know deep down you cannot play like that and expect to win a championship. And that's why I think that we're going to continue to get better every week. We still got a lot of football left to be played, and the 1 seed still is up for grabs. I get it. Pittsburgh is a very good team. They play a very easy schedule. It's not going to be easy, but if I've learned one thing from the many years that I've covered this team, is if you play hard, good things are going to happen. If the Chiefs put themselves in the best position to get that 1 seed, oh well. If we don't get it, bad luck. But if the Chiefs are going to have a chance to get it, you might as well play hard and put yourself in that position. Look what happened last year with the Miami Dolphins. They were able to upset the Patriots in Foxborough, and it gave the Chiefs the 2 seed, which was crucial. So I'd say that if the Chiefs can just put themselves in the best position to get the 1 seed, good things are going to happen. So next week we play the Miami Dolphins in Miami. It's not going to be an easy game, and the Chiefs cannot take that game lightly, because the Dolphins, regardless of what their record says, I guess they're a winning team, but they're a very good team. I know the Broncos beat them a few weeks ago, but the Broncos are better than their record shows. I want to give them credit. Vic Fangio came ready to play, and they did. But Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes were able to do just enough to win this game. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what are you guys thinking down in the comments below? I think that there are positives and negatives, but the Chiefs just have to take those negatives and continue getting better if we want to see this Chiefs team win another Super Bowl. So, in conclusion, the Chiefs were able to win this game on Sunday Night Football by a final score of 22-16 to prove again that the AFC West runs through Kansas City. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, like and subscribe for more of the best Chiefs content on YouTube. You can also support the channel through the Patreon and follow us on Instagram. The links to those are in the description. You just listened to the KC Sports Report by Michael Darcy.